I don't know if it was the acidity in the lemon juice. I don't know. But what I do know is that I would never, ever, 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 never, ever make this cake again.
Man, I'm salvaging this cake like it was at a junkyard.
So look. Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Y'all, I'm trying my best to get all the fresh lemon juice I can out of this here lemon. And when I was grating it to get the zest from the lemon, I was trying not to grate down into the, much of the white part, because it can be like sour or bitter, or y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean, jelly bean? Okay. That's about all the juice I'm getting out of there, because I'm tired of squeezing. I'm just tired of squeezing that lemon. Y'all, we're back in the kitchen today. I know y'all are long overdue for a pound cake. So today, I wanted to try this Ritz Carlton lemon pound cake. And y'all, I started trying to do a little research to see, okay, what's some history about this pound cake? So I saw a couple of things. So I'm going to leave that be. But in any event, what I do know is, if I'm not mistaken, unless the internet was telling lies, this is associated with the Ritz Carlton Hotel in New York. Okay, so evidently this was one of their signature desserts. In any event, y'all, I wanted to try it today. So that's what we're doing, this Ritz Carlton lemon pound cake. And y'all, this is going to be interesting because I don't usually bake my cakes at 350 degrees. So we're baking at 352 degrees today. My oven is already preheated to 350 degrees. I'm supposed to be using, I think, about 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. That's about all I got, with a little bit of zest. So I have this Lemon Burst organic lemon juice on standby because I'm gonna need it, okay? All right, I'm gonna need some help trying to get some 6 tablespoons out of that. The other ingredients I will be using, I'm gonna be using 3 cups of Swans I'm Telling a Story. I know you lying. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to use the White Lily brand. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Now I have it here in my measuring cup. To this I've added 3/4 teaspoons of salt and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I don't know that I've ever used that much baking powder in a cake either, but that's what's in here. 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 3/4 teaspoons of salt. I've sifted all of this together, and I sifted 2 times, you all. Okay? In addition to that, we'll be using 3 cups of sugar. You guys, I grated my sugar. Not grated, girl, stop telling, you just telling stories. I didn't grate no sugar, I sifted my sugar. I sifted my sugar today, you guys. I do that every now and again, and it's just so interesting because every time I do it, when I'm grading, I could, like I use the old school grater. Stop saying grater. Sifter. I'm sorry, sifter. I use the old school sifter today with a little turn, and I could just feel the clumps of the sugar. So I don't know why I was in the mood to sift sugar today, but I did. Okay, we have 1 cup of milk. It's room temperature. I have 5 large eggs. One of them has separated, but I promise you it was 5. 5 large eggs that are also room temperature. You guys, we've been having thunderstorm after thunderstorm, and I don't know if you can hear it, but y'all know my birds are just kind of like off the chain. Y'all hear the birds? The sun has come out for just a few minutes, and the birds are out there singing. Okay. I guess they decided to stop because I started talking about them. But anyway, 5 large eggs. We've been having thunderstorms like all week long. I mean, some serious thunderstorms. So there's more to come, I think, later on this afternoon. In any event, y'all, my patio is just soaking wet. Soak and wet. But we'll get back to the patio for those of you that watch all of our videos, okay? All right. Then we have, I just got all off subject, didn't I? The birds were singing and it just messed me up. It took me out there to the patio for a few minutes. We have 1/2 cup of Crisco and then 2 sticks of unsalted butter. The butter is also room temperature. And you guys, when I have to measure out, when I have to use Crisco in a cake, which is not too often, I think one of my mom's recipes that I do has the Crisco in it. I like to buy the Crisco in these, they call them sticks, the shortened sticks, because all I have to do is just cut it in half. It's so easy to measure as opposed to trying to get it down in a measuring cup and then get it out. So I left this out so you guys can see. I'm sharing all this information. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. Crisco, the flour, nobody. So that's what I like to use. Okay. Now this recipe didn't call for any type of additional extracts, and I guess because of the lemon juice, and it's a lemon, but I want to add me a little bit of my cream bouquet. Cream bouquet. It has like a citrusy undertone. Anyway, what does it taste like? All I know to tell you is bakery in a bottle. I really enjoy how it enhances my cake, and some people don't like it, but I do. I really like it, so I say whatever you like. And then I just feel like I need a little bit of vanilla in this cake, just a little bit. So I'm using the Watkins clear vanilla. You don't have to do either one of these. I just want to. And since this is my cake, I can. All right. Okie dokie. Is that it? The list of the ingredients are always in the description box below, just in case I've left something out. I hope I haven't. Got the sugar, the flour, the eggs, the milk. I think that's everything. I'm going to be baking it in my Pampered Chef bundt cake pan. You guys, I've had this for a long time. Definitely over about 17 years. And the more you use it, the more used it looks. But I love my stoneware. These little cups too, sometimes I get asked. These little cups too, I bought years ago, Pampered Chef, okay? It was a set of, as you can see, 3 of them. I love them as well. All right, I think that's it. Oven is preheated at 350, so we're ready to bake. Of course, I have washed my hands. Y'all listen, don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. I'm also going to add just a little light glaze. I'm a glazed girl. I don't want no dry cake. I'm going to add a little light glaze. I'm not going to overdo it, but I do want to add a little light, I guess, lemon glaze to this cake. So let's get this cake mixed up, you guys. I am ready. Let me move you out of the way. Y'all, I wish I had this big old kitchen with all this countertop space. When we first bought this home many, many years ago, I never knew, girl, you're going to need this. I never knew I would be doing YouTube. And, you know, baking cakes and stuff. So I would love to have more counter space so I can just spray it out. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, what y'all call it? This is what I'm looking for. Okay. So we'll start by adding our 2 sticks of unsalted room temperature butter to our mixing bowl. And you all, I make sure I get every little bit of butter off of my wrapper. That's one, and then we have the second stick of butter. Y'all, I'm using Land O'Lakes today. I usually use Sam's brand. That's mainly what I buy. I need to stock up again on some my Sam's brand butter because fall is upon us. It's coming. And it's going to be time to be doing a little bit more baking. Ain't that right, y'all? So I usually use Sam's brand. I've used Aldi brand, Walmart brand, Harris Teeter, honey, it don't matter. Lowe's, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. So, for those of you that ask me what is my preference in butter, I just usually buy the, like I say, Sam's brand first, and I stock up on it. Okay, I'm going to go on and add my extracts now at the very beginning because I want my extracts to be totally incorporated throughout the entire mixing process, okay? So that was a cream bouquet. I'm adding just a little bit of vanilla, just a little bit. And what I'll do is I'm gonna cream this butter and Crisco. I'm gonna mix it just a few minutes by itself. And then after I mix it by itself, I'm going to slowly start adding my 3 cups of sugar. Once I get my sugar added, I'm going to cream this butter, Crisco, extracts, and sugar on high. I usually cream for about 10 minutes. I set this mixer on medium high, which is about 8, 8.5, just depends on how I'm feeling. 8, 8.5. And then I will cream. I usually set a timer on my microwave for 10 minutes. Now during this process, because I don't have any scrapers on my beaters or anything, what you'll notice is everything will start accumulating up here on the sides of the bowl as we are getting mixed up. Which means if it's on the side of the bowl, it's not down in the bowl getting properly creamed. So I'm going to have to stop at least twice, scrape down the sides of the bowl, and then keep mixing. Alright? You don't want to rush this process, you guys. It does make a difference in the outcome of your cake. Have you ever seen a cake that's the inside of it, once it's baked, it looks kind of gooey or gummy or streaky, like it wasn't really mixed good? Oftentimes it is because it really wasn't creamed very well in the beginning. So y'all, don't skimp. I'm gonna set my timer. I'll go do something else, and while this is creaming, and then it'll be ready in no time. So once we get through creaming, I'm gonna stop and I'll come back and show you exactly. You hear us say it should look light and fluffy, because you don't want to hear those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl. So I'm gonna stop once we're done creaming and show you exactly what light and fluffy should look like. you guys, we are light and fluffy. And see, that's exactly what you should be looking like, okay? It's real light and fluffy. You notice that that butter color has lightened up as well. So like I say, take your time, all right? Don't be in any hurry. I feel like you have to take your time when you're in the kitchen anyway. Because if you're rushing stuff and you're not doing it out of love, I think people can tell when they taste the food. So take your time. Don't rush. Now, it's time to mix in our eggs. I'm going to mix in each egg one at a time. And I'll mix for just, I'm going to add in each egg one at a time. And I'll mix for just a few seconds. Long enough for that yolk to break up. And it'll separate. And then I'll mix a few seconds longer. I don't wait for the yolk to totally disappear before adding the next egg, okay? So that doesn't take long at all. I will mix those in on the same speed. After I get my eggs mixed in, then you'll notice I'm going to turn down my mixer way down to low. On this mixer, I usually have it on like the number 2. Then it'll be time to start adding your flour and your milk, but we alternate the two. We start with flour, the flour mixture that has the salt and the baking powder. We start with dry and we end with dry, but we're going to alternate with this milk. Okay, so we'll start with the flour, mix it in for just a few seconds, and then alternate with the milk. Now, this is the part of the cake where a lot of people do mess up because they're trying to get this batter silky smooth. That's not what we're trying to accomplish. You don't want to get the batter silky smooth, okay? So you want to mix just for a few seconds to get everything moistened, and then you add more flour. If you overmix, it can be a disaster. Oftentimes, that does cause your cake to fall. It can make your cake tough. It's just a whole lot of things that can happen that you don't want to happen if you overmix. Now this part of the mixing process does not take nearly as long as the creaming of the butter and the sugar and the shortening did just now. That took 10 minutes. This only takes maybe 2 minutes or less because I've timed it before, y'all. It doesn't take long, okay? So let's finish getting this cake mixed up. Now once we've gotten it all mixed up, then I'm going to mix in the zest and the lemon juice a few seconds by hand. I won't do that with the mixer. And then we'll be ready to pour this cake and get it baked. Okay. Already. Scrape under the bottom a little bit to make sure everything is thoroughly mixed. In the meantime, I have thoroughly sprayed my cake pan with Baker's Joy. And I have to use Baker's Joy, you guys, when I do this pan. I know I said I had broke up with Baker's Joy a while back, but when I try to do the old school method, I'm getting ready to add my lemon juice and my lemon zest. But as I was saying, when I try to do the old school method of using the Crisco and flouring that cake pan, it just does not turn out right at all. And I wanted to get a close-up. You guys see how the batter looks like it's a little curdled, and that's from adding that lemon juice. Okay, so don't be alarmed if your batter, you know, starts looking like it's soured. Now we're ready to just fill our cake pan. And you want to have at least about an inch, or it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more space at the top of your, when you fill your pan, you don't want to overfill it, so you need to have at least about an inch or maybe a little more, so it won't run over. I'm pretty close, so hopefully I won't have a mess in the oven. But this is what we're looking like. We're pretty close. But in any event, we're going in the oven. Normally I would hit the bottom. That stoneware is hard. Hit the bottom to kind of release air bubbles. Can't really do that because that hurts. And can't drop it on the countertop. But anyway, when I bake my cakes, I bake them in the middle of my oven. So what I do is I adjust my racks to where one of them is in the middle of the oven. And then that's where I bake. Ooh, y'all, this says bake for about an hour. We're going to see. Again, we're baking on 350 degrees. I usually bake on 325, but we're going to bake on 350. I will let you know exactly how long it did bake once I take it out. Y'all, this is a hot mess. This is unrepairable. I don't know. Listen. That is crazy. Look at this. I have never ever had a cake this terrible. I mean, just what in the world? Just terrible. Y'all, I can't fix this one. I can't wait until my dude, number one, gets in here, because this cake right here, I had to let y'all see, because some of you do not believe that this happens to me. And it does. But When I tell you, I'm gonna wait and tell you when dude number 1, aka my husband, gets in here. He's outside right now, but when he gets in here, I'm gonna come back and tell you.
What?
You got grass all over you.
What happened?
I don't know. Would never, ever, ever try it again.
That looked like a mushroom that quit living.
Just terrible. Look at you.
I want to keep this.
No.
I want to keep the top part. This is good.
Look, I guess that's what the thumbnail need to be. Amen. So y'all. Move over to the right. You looking sad. That's crazy. Y'all. And what I didn't tell you, y'all, is that was 15 eggs, 6 sticks of butter, 9 cups of sugar, 9 cups of flour. Y'all know all the ingredients.
Okay.
Why?
Let me explain my
Because I
part.
have baked this cake 3 times. 3 times.
I'm off the hook now.
3 times.
I'm off the hook. So this is what it was, guys. I was working hard day at work. I could barely stand up when I came in through the hot door. I mean, I was really just beat. And so I came in the house. Donna stops me at the front door. Stop! In the name of love, before you break my heart, think it over. So,
Man, you gotta laugh because I'm really frustrated.
because I come in, and so she said, stop. Do not slam the door. Stop. Do not slam the screen door. So I was really careful. I was quiet. I moved around. I started, and I said, I'm going to put my lunchbox down. I know I cut the grass, man. So I put my lunchbox down. And after I put my lunchbox down, I'm leaving. And so when I started leaving, my pants hooked onto the cabinet.
He was coming through here.
I didn't want to hit the camera. I didn't want y'all guys to fall.
Yeah.
Hooked onto the cabinet, slammed the cabinet, and in my head I screamed and said, God, why? But outside I was like this.
And it made him, when he was trying to get through, because he's just walking and the side of his pants got hung, so it made him stop all of a sudden. I had the cake in. He was like, I was like, okay.
That thing felt like I did in 3rd grade. Man, that cake never stood up no more.
It was okay initially, but then when you looked at it, when I looked at it a few minutes later, I said, oh my Lord.
You should have seen the cake. And so I was tore up. I was inside, so we got.
But I did good, didn't I?
We was in that eerie silence when she wouldn't say nothing.
Babe, don't do that.
She didn't say nothing, and I didn't either. But I was saying in my mind.
You did. You apologized.
Well, that's after you just smiled, baby, because I thought you was gonna jump on me. So I said, she smiled, and I said, babe, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry.
And
she
what
said,
I say?
It's okay. I said, you being nice. You gonna hurt me. You gonna hurt me. So
I knew he didn't mean it, so.
She was going, but guys, well, you did something when you was little, your mom was like, it's okay, no.
I think I was too tired to just really get mad. It wasn't going to change anything, so I'm like, babe, he came back a few minutes later, he said, babe, I'm so sorry. It's okay, it's okay.
Y'all missed the cake because of me. But now I can say, it might not have been me.
But then, the second time I did it, I was trying to rush and hurry up and get the butter softened or room temperature. I didn't put it in the microwave. What did I do? Oh, I had it sitting out for a few minutes and I sliced it up kind of small so air can get through it, And I put the eggs in barely warm. It wasn't even lukewarm, but maybe like a room temperature water, trying to cool them down. So I figured, okay, I messed up because I'm trying to rush to get my ingredients room temperature.
It fell again like I did in third grade.
And ran over out of the pan. And then this third time, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this one more time. Because y'all know I know how to bake a cake. I know how to bake a cake, y'all. I said, oh no. When I looked at that cake, I said, what in the world? So it just was not meant for me to do this cake. I would never, ever, ever try it again. I mean that. I'm not trying this cake no more. Wasted all them ingredients.
Who sent this to you?
High as groceries is.
Who sent this to you, babe? Who is it?
No, it's just one I had seen out there. So it's called the Ritz Carlton Lemon Pound Cake, and they do it at the Ritz Carlton
Theater
in New York.
Well, that's the problem. New York falling apart, so did that cake. Man, I'm just saying.
So I went on ahead and showed it because I'm like, you know what? Some of you really don't believe this happens to me. Now, it don't happen often. It does not happen often at all. But three times, you don't have to worry about me ever trying that because I'm about to believe it ain't me. I had some fresh baking powder. I've never used a tablespoon of baking powder in a cake though, but I'm trying to follow the recipe. Listen, I don't know if it was the acidity in the lemon juice. I don't know. But what I do know is that I would never, ever, never, ever make this cake again.
Man, I'm salvaging this cake like it was at a junkyard.
So look, yo, what are you doing? You're just gonna cut off the top of it. Y'all, look at what he has done to the
I'm
cake.
salvaging.
Look. He just greedy. He can't help
No,
it.
that's what the ice cream go with.
Let me see that part. It does look kind of spongy down there. Yeah, we just demolishing this little cake. If it had turned out right, see, look at the little, how it looks spongy on the edge of it.
It tastes good.
But honey, well,
I can get down there and get the ends out.
maybe if you all try the recipe, you all will have.
Hey, look, if one of y'all make it happen, showtime.
You ain't gotta show me. Cause I would never ever try it again. If you want to show me just because it was a
Yeah, because yours was a success. Let us see your success. Now you can say to Miss Donna, I made it. Miss Donna, see, Miss Donna telling y'all it ain't always. Sometimes even the best have a bad day.
But 3 times. Listen, I'm done. Okay, so I just wanted to go on and show that to you
Let's
guys.
talk about chicken.
I'm sure you can tell by the title. I let you know that this was definitely an epic fail. Epic fail. So I just decided.
This is a salvage.
He is really cutting off. Hey.
I'm trying to tell you, I know how to do this.
Anyway,
this is the good part for the ice cream.
I just wanted to share the reel and let you guys know that it does happen even to me. Because I declare some of y'all don't think it does. Alright, you guys, I'm tired. I'm a little aggravated and frustrated, but it's okay. It's okay. Alright, baby, we gotta tell everybody bye. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so.
In the nosy!
That's turning on that notification bell. That way you'll be notified when we're over here doing all the things. Be it outside, inside, cooking, in the kitchen, on the patio, cutting the grass, going on a field trip. He over here trying to salvage. Baby, you have just...
Let me tell you something, baby. This look like a chop shop where I'm doing.
And you just rummaging through it like you looking for something. You looking for the part that's edible. It's kind of edible around the edge of it. But anyway, y'all.
I'm about getting what I can buy.
Listen, y'all. Thank y'all. I'm going to go to bed. Thank y'all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye. Can you tell the family bye?
Oh.
You are working on that.
Let me tell you, I'm stuffing this like a turkey. I'm getting it. Look.
Can they see? They gotta see what you look at him. Y'all, he trying to work it out. Would you look at that? You beautiful. Bye, y'all.
Hi, y'all.